She wants to move in with us. I'm 8 months pregnant and have a 2-year-old. Her mother's dying, and she's entering retirement herself, and frankly, freaking out. When she came to visit, she was cursing, shouting, calling names, and when I chose to simply walk away, she would follow me and hover outside the door for hours trying to get in. Upside down face. So I've said that no, despite the fact that this is her house, I won't live with her currently. She can move into the small cabin next door, and I'll see if our relationship improves and if her behavior becomes manageable. I've stated that yes, this is her home and soon to be a family trust house. She can technically move in and has that legal right, but I have the right to walk away and even move away. She has been living in another town for 2 years, but all her stuff is still here, including the childhood memorabilia of my husband and his sister. So this is truly the home of many people who have been spread out over time. But now that the trust with other houses/rentals is in her hands, she has other options. Though she would not be able to pay the bills here alone without draining the trust, which is a no-no. She would have to get renters and a full-time job. I've said that if she moves in right now with how she's behaved, I will move out. I won't let her abuse me in front of my kids. That's how I see it when she calls me stupid or says I'm an immature child. Or to get up off my fing ass and fix this, or that in front of my 2-year-old who learned a new word that day. Like I said, she has other options. She's kind of talking of buying a house in Arkansas because neither her daughter or dying mother can stand to cohabitate her. There's houses in Arkansas she can move to or buy, but that would mean facing reality, her mother who is fading fast. So, she wants to be with us near new life and a functional family, and I get that, but I said that I have rules. Boundaries. If she shouts, curses, or calls names, I will walk away and go to my private quarters. I have a separate basement living room area I can retreat to. If she follows me to that area when I retreat, I will move away to be in my mother's house, and if this happens, I will require her to get therapy before she can see the kids again. I don't think it's unreasonable to say that I will walk away if treated poorly, or that I will move away if hunted down after I chose to retreat. I don't think it's unreasonable to say that I will require her get therapy if she is so toxic I have to move 6 hours away from where I have lived for the last 7 years. I know her mother's dying. Does that excuse teaching a 2-year-old to curse? Does that excuse name-calling and verbal abuse? I don't think so. I think it's my job to set aside any amount of worldly possessions, even a nice house to shelter my kids. But I'm super pregnant and maybe a bit hormonal. Edit. People keep asking how if it is her house, how can I exclude her answer? Yes, it is in her name, but not for long. We are set to essentially buy it off of her, but in such a way that she will always be welcome. The house she bought that we currently live in is going to be incorporated into the family trust and will not be in her name or anyone's name soon. It will be like an heirloom that our children inherit, and everyone has the right to stay here. But only if we agree to pay off the rest of the mortgage with our part of the inheritance money. So, she wants us to pay off the mortgage here, and then it'll be incorporated into the trust and be for our kids. Paying off the house would give us the right to claim this space as a permanent residence, but still everyone would be welcome. Sister has a permanent room here, Emile has a permanent room here. This is a family home, and we want it that way, except she's so crazy, RN. So it's in her name, but not for long or forever. It's got her/everyone's stuff in it, and is always going to be hers in a way. But I will move and walk away from all of this, and she can get a full-time job in renters, and end her hopes of retirement to rule over the ashes if she wants to. Because despite the fact that it's her house, I can choose to walk away. She can do what she wants, but I can too, you know what I mean. So yeah, it's in her name, she can have it too. It'll be dust in her mouth, though, as we will take our inheritance, and buy a new house that, yes, will drain our inheritance, and that's taboo, but it's ours to do with as we see fit. She would be stuck paying off the mortgage here, all alone, without any family around if we chose to back out of the deal, which has only been verbal thus far. So she can do what she wants, and so can we, but it's beyond complicated. She knows she can move in whenever she wants, but Eve simply said, nah, I'll move out if you do that right now. She backed off too, and said she will visit the issue in 6 months or consider moving into the cabin next door. But she's acting like I'm a lunatic and telling me to walk off my hormones, so I'm wondering if she's right or I'm being gaslit.